You do not need to prove yourself to others. You do not need to worry about someone understanding you. You don't need to internalize people's wrong opinions about you. That I realized that the home for myself can be myself, and I can go anywhere and have a home for myself. I can go anywhere and feel respected and uplifted because that is the energy that I'm pouring into myself. If you've ever came home from a hangout and felt negatively about the time that you had and the people that you hung out with, this may resonate with you. Whew. The wind is winding today. Today we are releasing the need to prove ourselves to others. First of all, I just want to say it's such a beautiful day outside. It was cold for the past week, and then now it's hot, but it's not gonna last long because on Tuesday, I think it's gonna be back 60s. The weather is all over the place in North Carolina, but I'm still so happy to be here. Look at this. I've had a lot of growth happen behind the scenes and inside of my body, inside of my mind, that people on the outside really can't see, and you really wouldn't know happened to me because I didn't have it on display. I think that one of the things that has come out of this season of growth is realizing that people are going to be wrong about you, and it's really out of your control, and you just have to keep moving forward in your own being. You can't rely on their perception of you or their opinion of you to guide you and to sway you to do things, especially when it comes to making decisions about your life, even if it's your family. I can't tell you the amount of things I've tried just to try it and realize that I hate it and that I don't want to do it again, and I don't want to feel tied to that identity because it's not me, even though it was me for that short amount of time. And I think that people sometimes grasp on to certain identities that didn't really last long in your mind and your being, and they create a whole picture about you that can be completely wrong about who you are and what decisions you should make and what you should be doing and etc. And you don't have to feel bad about that. The amount of times that I've had this one bad hangout with a friend, came home and internalized the feeling and questioned who I was, and really felt like there was something wrong with me because I wasn't connecting with my peers, or I wasn't connecting with someone even though I like this about them and I like that about them, but I don't like this about them. They make me feel like this. And I would focus on that feeling, and not realize that I don't have to be somewhere where I feel that way. Would have never known I didn't like what I tried if I didn't try it. And that applies to people too. You would have never known you didn't like someone if you didn't experience them and their energy. I feel like younger me really felt sorry for herself because she always felt like she didn't belong. Life isn't about that, Now, upon reflection and giving my younger self grace and realizing that I've learned from my mistakes and learned from these experiences, I'm really intentional with where I put my energy and where I put my being, even in places. For people who don't like going to the club, don't go to the club. If you know that going to the club gives you feelings that you don't like experiencing in your body, that is optional, and you can make that choice even if all of your friends like to go to the club. Maybe you just need to have more friends and keep those friends for the club. Everything doesn't have to be so serious. You matter more than anyone else. Your feelings matter more to you than anyone else. And I like being where I feel uplifted and respected, because honestly, that's a part of my trauma. Growing up as a kid, I didn't have a place where I felt uplifted and respected, so I kind of seek that in other places like school and with my friends at school. But at home, I really felt like I was being pushed down and disrespected and abused, but we're not going to talk about that part. And I didn't find it. I really didn't find it. And it was only when I left home and had to create a home for myself that I realized that the home for myself can be myself, and I can go anywhere and have a home for myself. I can go anywhere and feel respected and uplifted because that is the energy that I'm pouring into myself. It's like the universe knows when I'm about to hit record and clears the cars. It's always got to be one. Nobody knows those battles that you're going through with yourself. Oh, should I call them? Should I text him to hang out? I really don't want to feel this way after, and I'm trying to have a good day today. I don't really want to have to pretend to be somebody else. These mental battles, no one knows that you're going through, and they're not going to understand the decisions that you choose because all the reasoning behind those decisions are up here. Which means that There's no way that they can fully understand you the way that you do. They're not gonna understand. Obviously, you can explain it to them, but they don't get that feeling, you know? And that is something that you feel. That is something that's personal. The most growth comes from being alone. Last year, I definitely went through the most mental battles of my life. I think the last time I went through something so traumatizing was when I was 16 and actually living in this house. And I almost didn't make it out, but all I could think about was manifesting like hell. And all that did was strengthen my relationship with myself. I realized that my intuition is very strong, and it has been since I was a kid. And there's a lot of childish ways that I had that are easy fixes and that an adult should have taught me how to do, but I'm an adult now and I can teach myself. All in all, it taught me how to love myself and how to be comfortable with myself and in my energy, and realize that home is always where the heart is, which is in my body, which is in my being, which is wherever I am right now, my 2 feet on the floor. That's where my safe place is. And life is always a journey of coming home to yourself over and over again. Being intentional where you put your energy, listening to your body, listening to your feelings, listening to your thoughts, creating a safe place in your being, in your mind, where you can go to feel uplifted and respected, or whatever you need. Some people struggle with self-sabotage. All these things, upon reflection, can be changed, addressed when you strengthen that relationship with yourself and forget about other people and their opinions. It really don't matter, because at the end of the day, you're an adult. Like, who's gonna get you in trouble? Are you gonna get in trouble? Is someone gonna spank you? Like, if someone is gonna spank you, please. But otherwise, do whatever you want, do whatever feels right for you, because this is your life. This is the only time in your life that you're gonna be able to be you. No one else. You're the only one that's gonna understand the decisions that you make. So make sure that you're proud of the decisions that you make. Make sure you consider yourself when you do things. And make sure you subscribe and comment down below how this video made you feel. This spring is really springing, and I'm loving the energy. I'm loving the energy of 2026, this spiritual new year. It's the 21st as I'm filming this, so yesterday was the first day of spring, aka my spiritual new year, which I did post a video about what I like to do on spring equinox and how transformative your life can be when you follow the seasons when it comes to making decisions in your life and using what was already here when we got here, the trees, the sun, the weather. Not so much the weather, because when it's raining, I do not want to go outside. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video.